This week we say goodbye to 3 of our beloved animals, and it is still a happy ending. Can you guess which ones they are? Leave them in the comments below. Now, do not cheat, and then you will find out if you are right by the end of this episode. Hi and welcome to our channel!
Last week we made biochar in that kiln, which was like a crossover rocket stove kiln thing. And I've made biochar 4 times now. 3 times with oak and once with Spanish broom, the thicker part of the trunk. And you can see the difference. One's a bit paler. Hey.
Oh yeah, it is.
I noticed when I was collecting them. And this one is much more dense. Hey, look at the weight.
Yes,
so it's
yes,
a third by weight.
weight.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today we thought we'd show you how we are going to inoculate our biochar. Like I said in last week's video, this is like a sponge, and if you crush it up as fine as you can, you'll have more surface area. So I mentioned last week that 1 gram of biochar has the surface area of 2 tennis courts. I think that's when you actually crush it up. So it's very important to do that. So I'm crushing it in the barrel I made it in. So there's 5 holes at the bottom, so I just put a piece of a sack underneath to catch anything that goes through. And this one is pre-pounded. I've been doing this for 10 minutes. And it was about half of one of these green containers. So I've got it down to a decent powder, but as you can see there's still chunks. So we're going to see if we can use our blender. Looks like good stuff, man. I have heard when you're making it in bulk to have a big piece of plywood, thick piece, and if you have a tractor, just drive over it, put it on the plywood and drive over it. Apparently that works well.
Ooh, it's pretty good.
How cool, eh? I mean, there's still some tiny chunks in it, but we don't want to burn the motor out.
No.
That's pretty cool.
Very good.
We could make toothpaste with this.
Yummy.
Make bread.
Wow.
Black bread.
It's very nice.
I just thought maybe so we don't have to stay blending everything, maybe we can sieve it. Let's see if that works.
Oh, I thought you were going to get the big one.
What big one?
The one of the plastic.
No.
What's wrong, girls?
Making cakes, making cakes.
No, Molly wants to go walkies and these want to go walkies.
This will take a while like this. It's not bad, eh?
But there's big chunks, how come on this side?
That's why I just dropped them in.
Ah, Maggie.
Okay, I'll do that.
The pretty girl.
Yes, I approve. I think it's worth it. So what I'm going to do is throw that in there. Throw this in there.
What?
You want some, Maggie?
Maggie wants. Maggie for Maggie, a nice chunk here. You want
Get
it?
that here.
She's eating it.
There.
It's yummy, eh?
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Peppa, you want one?
Like this.
Peppa spit it out. Maggie, you don't.
So you might be thinking, well, this is taking a while, it's really not worth it. Believe me, it's worth it. This stuff has a half-life of I don't know how many hundreds or thousands of years. So it lasts pretty much forever, in our case anyway, when you take the human lifespan. And once we start producing on a bigger scale, we'll evolve into doing it quicker, hopefully.
Not with a little blender, baby.
No, way. This is 4 times, you know, you do it once a week. 4 times a week, I mean, and then do it. You spend a couple of hours doing it, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have less biochar, because you're grinding it, but you have more surface area. So we had 2. One is partially broken, but there's still some bigger bits in here. We're going to keep that for water filtration, and we're thinking we'll probably be able to, every 3 months, or I haven't looked it up yet, but every 3 months, 6 months, we could take it out and it'll be charged and we can use it in the garden.
Awesome.
I think.
Yeah,
we'll look it up. What do you think, guys? If anyone out there who has experience in biochar, let us know. It'll save me typing it into Google. Right, so let's see how much fine powder we got. Wow. Wow, so I think we did a bit more than 1, eh?
Yeah, a bit more, because you were strained.
So from one of these, we've got that. But look at that, it's beautiful.
Coming.
And you can eat it. I'm not going to, but you can. We have a 3-bin composting system over there, and we're going to mix this in and put some other yummy goodies in it too. Yeah. The more diversity, the better.
Let's go.
Let's go.
On the way to mix this concoction, we are going to make something amazing for the garden, hopefully, and we can try out a few things this summer. But it's not as simple as just getting a few ingredients and putting them in, so let me tell you how we got them. First, we have our compost bin. Now, what we put in here isn't much now because we have pigs and we have worms and we have goats, so they pretty much eat all our vegetable leftovers, and to tell you the truth, every meal that Luke cooks, not one morsel goes to waste. So it does take us a while to fill up this compost bin, but it's enough for this batch. And then we have our beautiful worm castings. Now those are thank you to our worms for producing such amazing stuff for our garden. What do you want, Magpie? What do you want? You can't come in, you know that. Maggie, let's see you. Hi. I put scraps into the worm bin when I see that it's finishing, so there isn't too much all the time. And then around every 4 months we harvest the worm castings, but this time we are going to put them into this concoction to make them even better for our garden. Oh no, it's Peppa! You can't come in here. She wants to dig in there. You want to dig in there? Now for our goat poo. Every 6 months or so we clean out the goat house and we take out all the straw, so all the bedding and all the poop and whatever else there is in there, and then we put it in a pile and leave it to decompose for around 7 to 8 months, and that we usually use in our garden. We are also putting some really nice soil from down by the river. Molly, where's Mikey? Where's Mikey? There she is. Come on! Come, Molly. Can you do some digging over here? Can you do the digging maybe for a mole? It wasn't hard to get, but carrying that bucket full of soil up the hill wasn't the most enjoyable part of the whole excursion. But coming home and being greeted by the chickens and birds was amazing. Now that you know where everything came from, let's mix all that good stuff together.
Let's get this out of the way.
So I can get the worm castings.
Let's get all the goodies. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit of cardboard at the bottom because it's such a fine powder. I don't want to lose a bunch of it underneath the compost bin. So now I'm going to throw that nearly compost. I think there's about 5 parts to our 1 part biochar, so we'll start with that. That's what we got.
I'll just put it a bit like this. Whoa! it's Black Beauty. Yes.
Alright. Looking good.
Now I'm going to put something that I got. I got worm castings from our lovely worms.
That's all worm castings. Wow. You can also inoculate it with compost tea or worm pea, but I think you have to use a bubbler so the microorganisms don't die in it, so they have air. Because if you just plonk it in a bucket, they'll die. So I'm gonna go grab some
more worm castings.
Some goat poop. I'll be back.
So while getting this from down by the river, Maggie and Pepper are digging it up for me, so it was really easy to get it.
So sweet, eh? Mmm. Are you making chocolate lava cake? Yum. And that now will break down much faster.
Because of the
biochar,
yeah. Awesome.
Sweets things up apparently. I'm sure I read that somewhere.
Did you read it somewhere? Do you know what he's talking about?
So yeah, if you guys have made biochar and used it, let us know how you made it, how you processed it, the results in the comments below.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
We love reading them.
Whatever I can learn without having to look it up, it's great. You can put some on top.
On top of this?
Yeah. So once we have enough, she can use the biochar. Basically it takes out all the smells, the same like you used to do with ash, but this is much better. And like that you're inoculating the biochar twice, because you're putting it in with the fresh poop and then it breaks down, it all goes into it, and then you do it again.
Yeah.
You inoculate, it's like double whammy again. Love double whammies.
Shall I tell him he has a black nose?
Wow, that looks good, eh?
It's good. I forgot I was supposed to be pouring. Why did you do that?
Okay. What else can we add into it to make a super mega cocktail?
I think some pond water. What do you think?
Yeah, there's going to be microorganisms there that aren't here or aren't by the river, you know?
Yeah.
So you get as many indigenous microorganisms from different ecosystems, slightly different ecosystems. The more diversity, the better, we think. Wow, that looks like good stuff, baby.
Yeah.
So tomorrow you put in a bit of pond water, and then we'll leave it for a minimum of 2 weeks.
Okay.
And we're not going to just chuck this into our garden bed. We want to see the results, just so then it'll make us want to make so much more on a bigger scale. But when we do set up an in bulk method of doing this, I want to have pallets with the wood stock all cut ready. So when we clear land, we cut them to the right size, put them in a big container like this, and then we'll have the thing next to it. So it'll make it easy to cook with. You just take it, fill it, and cook, and you've got biochar. Right, I'm going to go wash my hands.
Yes, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what's been going on the farm from the animal side. A Daisy update before I get into our 3 missing animals. Daisy is not getting much better. She had 5 injections. I massaged cream into her udder. Someone told me to try cabbage leaves wrapped around her udder, and they said it works a miracle. And we will try that, but we're not taking any more chances. We are stopping her milk. We're drying her up, and Susie's giving us so much milk anyway, we don't even know what to do with it. We're bartering with it, we're giving it away, and we're making a lot of delicious stuff. And I get to have yogurt every day, Susie milk every day, so we really don't need to put Daisy through that stress. And then we'll try again when she next gets pregnant. A few weeks ago now, it was my birthday, and thank you to everyone who sent me happy birthday, because it was much appreciated and I loved getting your messages. But also, we've had a few comments from you guys saying that, where's Sabrina and how's Sabrina? And I just want to say that in winter, we just don't see her that much. The river is very high and I can't cross it, and she can't cross it to come to us. So we don't see each other very often, and we'll see her again come springtime. But we still talk on the walkie-talkies, and a week after my birthday, because she got the date wrong, she walkie-talkied me. Hi Sabrina, over!
Let's see that I got you. I disturb you. I make it very short, because tomorrow is your big day, isn't it? Over.
What big day? Over.
Your birthday. Over.
No, that was last Sunday. Over.
No!
Okay, don't worry. It's the 5th is my birthday. Over.
This, I have no idea why I came up with the 10th. Ayo. Okay. Okay. I hope you had a good one. Happy birthday. And I wish you all the best and good health, good luck, and everything what makes you happy. Over.
Thank you. Right now I'm washing the dishes and I'm looking out through the dirty window, and in front of me there's Peppa and Maggie, two little pigs eating in front of me, and all the chickens, and it's really, really nice. Over.
Wait a minute. The chickens are in your garden and the pigs as well. Over.
No, they're just over the fence, but whenever I'm inside, they're always where I can see them. Over.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really happy for you that because you really made your life, isn't it? I mean, that was always your big dream, to be surrounded by animals with things on your hands and, with your animals. Over.
Yes, Luke and I were talking about this yesterday, and we said how if we could have done it much faster, this life that we want, kind of that we're going towards. Obviously we're living the life we want, but if we didn't get animals in the beginning, everything would have gone much faster, but the animals slow us down. But we wouldn't have it any other way, because if you're not living for today, kind of, you know, what is the point? Over.
Concordo. Yes, I agree absolutely. Yes, it's not about the speed and setting up everything. It's about you enjoy life, and that is part of your true life, the animals. Over.
Normally I would not have recorded a conversation between me and Sabrina on the walkie-talkie, but coincidentally I was filming myself washing the dishes to put it in a video to show you guys how nice it is to be washing dishes and watching Peppa and Maggie and the chickens eating outside the window, so I can watch them while washing the dishes. And then she called. So I decided to share that with you as well, just so you hear her voice and know that she is okay. Now, to tell you the 3 animals that are gone from our farm. And the third one I will leave for the last, because it is going to shock you. So first animal to leave was Almondoguinho. That's no surprise, probably, if you've been following our channel for a while. You know that he was already booked and ready to go for a long time. What are you doing to Peppa? Meatball! Meatball, stop! Meatball! Wow, okay. Oh, it's on between them. Almondoguinho, you're leaving just in time. You are too small to fight Meatball. So Almondoguinho spotting gift to Alfie. Almondoguinho, are you going to climb the tree for the last time? Go. Let's go climb the tree. Wow. And straight up there. Boop, boop. Meatball, down. Clever Meatball. Oh my God, you're so clever. You're so clever. Molly, you're in the middle of a bunch of goats. Where's Molly? There she is. What's happening here? What are you doing in here, Wobbles? Why are you in here? Okay, I don't think the goats like the fact that you're in here, guys.
Bye to your mama, Almondoguinho.
Almondoguinho, you're coming with me, okay? And your baby's leaving you, okay? She's gonna cry. She's gonna cry. We're going on a little adventure, okay?
Susie, where's your baby going? She's already crying.
He was so good. As soon as they came to pick him up, I put a collar on him, and he just walked to the car, and he got into the car, and he was calm, and he just kissed Susie goodbye, and he left. So it was really nice, and they're really happy with him. And yeah, I'm very happy for him. I'm sure he's going to be really happy in his new home. Molly, you want to tell them who the second animal that left our farm is? So the second animal is another baby goat, Georgie, and the people who took him wanted actually both of them, Alfie and Georgie, and we were tempted, but then we thought Hatcher baby isn't going to have someone to play with, and she just plays all day, so that wouldn't have been very nice of us. So Georgie left and Alfie stayed. It was very spur of the moment who we chose to send away, because Luke asked me which one do you want to give, because the guys didn't mind which one, and I really wanted to keep Georgie at one point because he is the sweetest. He doesn't headbutt me like Alfie does. But then I said okay, let's just send Alfie, and I went, Alfie, come, and he came. He's like, what do you want? And then I thought, okay, Alfie knows his name, so we'll keep Alfie because he's the only one of all the babies that knew his name. So I might have just kept the cleverest little goat. And now, drum roll please, the third animal to leave our farm. And I'm sorry guys if you are a meatball lover. It is meatball, I'm afraid. But he was causing a few problems towards the end, and we didn't tell anyone except our patrons that we're looking for a home for meatball. But he was advertised for about 2 weeks and we got hardly any replies. And then one day I took them out for a walk and he attacked Maggie. He smashed her against a rock, and twice, 3 times, till I got to her, pushed him away from her, and then he went for me.
Meatball, stop. It's okay, Maggie. Come, Meatball, leave her. Meatball, stop. Meatball. Come, Meatball, stop. It's okay, go, Maggie. Go.
Papa, come. Calm down.
Stop, Meatball, stop. Meatball, stop, slow down. Stop down. Oh, stop running, stop. Stop. Molly, move. He's coming back. Stop, Meatball.
So when I got home after a lot of stress because he was out of control that day, I just was so angry. I just told Luke, just put the price down because we were asking for maybe a bit too much for him. And as soon as Luke put it down to a reasonable price, a lot of people were interested, and the next day they came to pick him up. And it was without dramas, without stress, and with one relieved Sarah, because he was getting a little bit of a handful, especially when people visit. And one time I was walking on the road and he kind of eyed a man and followed him, and I didn't know what the outcome was going to be because I shook the tin and he came and I gave him a treat. But then he was still on the man, went after him. I managed to get him back. But I thought, if he gets worse, I'm going to be in trouble. I do miss him. I do think about him and think, what have I done? But it's no life for a buck to be with an apron all day and not be able to please his ladies. When you have a buck, the only job that he does is make your girls pregnant. That's his job, and he takes it very, very seriously. And if you get in the way, as in put on an apron for him when he really wants to do the deed, it can sometimes be really, really challenging. So as sad as it was today, because Meatball is really a good buck. In fact, the guy who came to pick him up, he was like, what, you're just gonna walk him up to my car and he's gonna get in? And he did just that. And I don't want to badmouth him now because he's leaving, because he is a really sweet buck. When I call him, he comes, he sits on my lap, he loves me. I know he does. But the way I want to live my life with my animals, peaceful and everyone walking around together, he wasn't letting me do that. And I think, and the older he gets, the worse he's going to get, because he needs more girls to please. And I was going to spend the next year keeping his apron on because I don't want to get any of the girls pregnant. And he won't be able to get Hatcher baby pregnant because he's her dad. So this is a win-win. And also we've had awesome news this week. When we want another buck, instead of having to get a buck here and he grows with us and then he makes them pregnant and then we have to get rid of him again, we found somebody who told us, just call me up when you need a buck and I will get you one for 3-4 days, however long you need one, and then I'll take him back home again. How amazing is that? So that's it, guys. As surprised as you might be, and those of you who love Meatball, I'm gonna just put a lot of lovely little clips of him being really sweet. Sometimes goats are just like us. They just have to move on. If there's no place for them, they have to go. And having a farm and having a lot of animals, the sooner you find out what you need to do to get to where you need to go, the easier your life will be.
Goodbye, my friend. I had enough of all your lies today. I'm so fed up, and like a commitment really brings me down. Goodbye, my friend. I had so much.
Wow! First walk without Meatball went amazingly well. I didn't have to look over my shoulder. I didn't realize just how much I have to keep a watch out when he's there, when I'm on boulders, just in case he decides, let me push her. Even though he does it to play, it's still pretty dangerous. So that first walk was amazing. And then on the evening walk, Luke came out with us. And I will share this walk with you because it was a brilliant time on an awesome piece of our land. Look how cute she is. Look. Where's Molly? Molly, let's
Okay. I can't touch anyone else. Only Molly.
Molly, Molly. Peppa, look what Daddy has.
Come, Pepper.
Just pretend. And Molly, sit down.
Come, take it. My favourite, you are. Where's the Maggie? That's another one. Ah, that was my finger.
And you're cute.
It went right in my pocket. Slowly, Pepper. Pepper, look.
You're scared of her.
She took my finger off nearly.
She has a hippo mouth, eh?
No, okay.
No more, you can go,
Kisses.
guys.
I don't know where your mouth was.
You can go. I will stop this for now because I do want to explain this about Molly. Molly, come here. Come here a second. Clever girl. Sit down. Molly was just so cute. When she comes out for walks with me, she's always doing some awesome things. But Luke doesn't come for walks with us very often. So when he's there, you can see that she's trying to show off. Molly has had a fascination with climbing trees ever since she was a puppy. And then Timmy came on the scene and realized that he can climb trees. She had a problem because she used to cry at the bottom of a tree because she wanted to join him. Right, Molly? And then it passed because I think she realized that it was impossible. But then when we got goats and she saw the babies going up and down trees, I think she thought, I can do this. Hey, I can do this. And she did. And she goes up 2 or 3 trees on our land, and I am super proud of her because you're super clever. But she wanted to show Luke how she can go up a tree, and she tried one that she had never tried before. So I will stop here now that you have a bit of a background of this and continue with the walk. Daddy, look at her. The squirrel was once a...
Molly! Oh my goodness, Molly, you're crazy! No! Oh my god, what are you doing? Crazy!
Because she climbs up some
Oh
trees.
my goodness, I didn't even
She climbs
think
up some trees.
No, she'd fall from there though.
Maybe, but you're clever.
You're crazy.
She's crazy, but she wants to do it. If I was with her, I would have let her do it.
Not again, you're crazy. She jumped up there.
She jumped up the tree because she loves trees. She loves
I know I'm overprotective, but it's quite high for her there. You know, and once she's there, what's she going to do? She's get misstepped and have to jump down.
I've scratched my back many times doing this to her, to come down from places. Because then she jumps on me and comes down. Because you're clever. You're a clever girl. You wanted to show Daddy that you know how to climb trees, eh? I know, you can show him on another one.
I'm too overprotective always.
To be fair, this one she's never tried, and the goats don't even try.
It's crazy high.
So, the fact that she tried, you are very clever.
I mean,
but it's very, very big for you, princess.
it's like 1.5 meters, what, at least.
Yes, but you have seen dogs how high they can go.
Yeah, but Molly's tiny.
Let's go, Molly, go. Go with Daddy, go.
Molly's looking for things to go up because she wants to impress you. Tell. Look at her. Molly, what are you doing? You want to show Daddy how you can go up things, eh? Go show Daddy on a boulder, maybe. Look, she's looking. She's like, where can I go to impress him? She's trying. Wait, because you fell down that once,
Molly,
remember?
no.
Come from here.
Freak me out.
Molly, come.
Hey, come, Molly.
Did you enjoy your walkies, Pappy? And your
Nice
swim?
and relaxed, eh?
Molly went chuff as well.
That was nice. It was
was
nice. No stress. Everyone is so much better off, and probably even him. I mean,
He's
With
with
his
ladies. He
ladies.
doesn't have to wear an apron for now because, you know, he's
getting it on.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I think it's a good finish all around for all of us. Even though it was a little bit heartbreaking seeing him go.
Yeah, we
But-
had him for 2 years, eh?
Yes.
I mean,
But it was really nice because the guy was like, oh my goodness, he's just going to walk up to the car.
he couldn't believe
He couldn't
it.
believe that he's going to walk up with all the other goats. And then everyone said bye to him, watched him get into the car. It was
They were amazed with
into
the
the
pigs,
van.
though, eh? Especially they were looking at Peppa and Maggie.
Yeah. So it made me appreciate just how all my hard work on the animals is really worth it because they're
Yeah.
really well behaved. And even though,
Especially this one.
yes, I wanted to get rid of Meatball because he was becoming a handful, but that was because I didn't want him to do the job that he was born to do, which is make the girls pregnant. I would like to welcome Anne to our channel member family. Thank you so much for choosing us to support. We really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the Monday update. And Christine, I don't know what to tell you. Thank you so much for your super generous gift that you wanted to go towards the hydraulic oil. Now, we spent so much on the digger that we are really, really grateful for your present. Thank you so, so much. That is it from us for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode and everything is going pretty well here for us. Things aren't going too great in YouTube land. I don't know how much you understand, but the ad revenue has gone down. So we are getting paid a lot less for our videos. So when we used to think we're getting so much a month, we're getting so much a month. So I know things will pick up soon, but we did take a blow because we've been spending so much on Connie the Digger. So if you are enjoying our videos and want to leave us a little tip, there's a super thanks button right here. And thank you so much if you choose to do so. And we'll see you guys next week where hopefully maybe Connie will be moving a little bit. We'll see, but things are really moving slow for our digger. But we did add some extra power to our tiny home. So if you want to find out what that is, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you won't miss next week's video. Bye guys, have an awesome week. Oh my god.
So you grab the camera.
I grab the
you grab
camera.
and then grab the bucket.
And then grab the bucket.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
Take a B-roll here.
Take a B-roll
Of
here.
when I said.
So now what is left to do after doing this?
So now,
What's your name?